the UK has just taken another major step in its support for Ukraine. Reeves, the new Chancellor of the Exchequer, has officially signed off on a massive £2.26 billion loan to Ukraine. This historic moment unfolded as both Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer looked on, reinforcing the UK's commitment to Ukraine in its ongoing fight against Russia. This move is one of the first major financial decisions by the new Labour government, and it sends a clear message: Britain is standing firm with Ukraine. Reeves, who has taken charge of the UK's economy, wasted no time in approving the loan, showing that the country's stance on the war remains unchanged despite the shift in political leadership. Now, let's break down what this loan means, why it matters, and what it tells us about the UK's future relationship with Ukraine. First off, this isn't just a random act of generosity. The UK has been one of Ukraine's biggest allies since the war began, providing military aid, financial assistance, and diplomatic backing. This loan is another crucial part of that support. It will help Ukraine maintain its economy, fund critical infrastructure, and continue its defense against Russia's ongoing invasion. Without these kinds of financial lifelines, Ukraine would struggle to keep going, especially with the war dragging on for more than 2 years now. But why £2.26 billion? That's a massive amount of money, and it's not just being handed over as a gift. This is a loan, meaning Ukraine is expected to pay it back. The terms of the loan haven't been fully disclosed, but historically, financial aid of this nature comes with long repayment timelines and sometimes favorable conditions to ease the burden. However, given the state of Ukraine's economy, repayment is a long-term question, and some critics argue that it could eventually be written off. Politically, this move is significant for both countries. For Ukraine, it reassures them that the UK's support isn't fading with the change in government. There may have been concerns that with a new Prime Minister, priorities could shift. But this signing shows that Starmer's government is continuing the strong backing Ukraine received under Rishi Sunak and Boris Johnson before him. For the UK, this is also a statement of intent. The Labour government is showing that it is willing to make bold financial decisions early on. Reeves has stepped into her role with confidence, and by signing off on such a large loan, she's demonstrating that the UK remains a key player on the world stage. But not everyone is happy about this decision. With the UK facing its own economic struggles, rising living costs, pressure on public services, and a need for investment at home, some critics argue that this money could have been better spent elsewhere. They question whether the UK should be prioritising loans to foreign countries when there are so many pressing domestic issues. On the other hand, supporters of the loan argue that standing with Ukraine isn't just about helping another country, it's about global stability. If Russia succeeds in its invasion, it could embolden other aggressive nations, and the security of Europe as a whole would be at risk. By financially backing Ukraine, the UK is investing in a safer future. This also plays into the wider geopolitical game. The US, EU, and other Western allies are all providing support to Ukraine, but not all of them at the same level. With political shifts happening around the world, including uncertainty about continued US aid depending on the outcome of the upcoming American election, the UK's steadfast support stands out. As the signing took place, Zelensky expressed his gratitude, emphasizing how crucial international support is for Ukraine's survival. Starmer, standing alongside him, reiterated the UK's unwavering commitment. Reeves, making one of her first major international moves as Chancellor, appeared firm and confident in her decision. So, what happens next? Ukraine will receive the loan, likely in phases, and it will be used to fund critical aspects of their economy and war effort. The UK government will monitor how the money is used, and over time, discussions about repayment or further support will come into play. One thing is clear: this decision sets the tone for the UK's foreign policy under Labour. Despite domestic economic challenges, the government is prioritising international commitments, and Ukraine remains at the top of that list. What do you think? Was this the right move by the UK, or should that money have been spent elsewhere? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on global politics and current affairs.